Hey everyone, it's Laura here with Sqweee, and I'm visiting with you today so I can talk about the event info page, which we are very excited about. A powerful set of tools that is designed to help you as you are going through your customer care activities and help you be a little bit more efficient with it as well. So what I am going to do is actually share with you today 4 quick and easy ways that you can put these tools to use with you in your business right away. So I'm going to pop into screen share and take you straight into my Sqweee account so that we can start running through this. So let me take you in there. If you are not yet familiar with our tools, you are going to want to familiarize yourself with it. So first thing I'm going to do is show you how to get to the event info page. So if you haven't already, you're going to come to your Sqweee account. And then you are going to hover over and after you've found your event, select the icon here. This is the RSVP counter. Or you can use these 3 dots and then select View Event Info. So I'm going to actually take you into an event that we put together for you, the Pip Pip Hooray Party, which is full of fake Sqweee swag. So we're going to click here, View Event Info. And then we'll start taking a peek at what we're going to look at. So I'll show you the different sections that we have here, okay? So the first one that we have is actually the guest list. That's what you're looking at right away when you land on there. And you are looking at one of 2 unique views that we have for taking a peek at this. The first is the activity view, and that is actually showing you when a guest has engaged with your event. So you're going to be seeing things like whether they opted into notifications, whether they filled out that survey, if they engaged with any of your interactive posts during the event, and whether they starred items. So this is just the overall view of a guest's activity throughout the various phases of your event. Now, you can also flip it into checklist view, and then you will get this awesome checklist tracker. We're going to get back to that in just a couple seconds. So this right here, like I said, is that first tab. That's our guest list view. Then we have these additional tabs over here. When you go into the engagement tab, you're going to be looking at an overview of how active guests were at the various stages of your event. You can review this by post, or you can also review, of course, your full group chat log. Then we have our starred items. This is comparing how popular products were. You can also take a look at who liked them when you're in this view simply by using one of these drop-down carrots here. And then we have our RSVP results and our event results tabs. These are very similar. They're going to be looking at responses to your RSVP survey or responses to your interactive posts in the event. And again, we have 2 unique views. You can look at list view and look at specific guest members, or you can look at the graph view and look at an overview of your event and all the responses that were received. And then the last tab that we have is the individual guests. And this is where you're just going to be able to go through and look at all of their survey answers, everything that they had as results during the event, items that they starred as favorites, and of course, down at the bottom, we have a private chat log history with that guest as well. So that's just a quick snapshot overview of the tools that are available in these 6 different event info tabs. And so what I wanted to do, as I said, is look at 4 different ways that you can actually be using these and putting them to work for you in your business. So the first scenario I wanted to look at was before the event and what you can do to customize your party content to match your audience's interests. Because of course, every time that we make those little tiny tweaks to speak specifically to what our guests are interested in, the more likely we are to sell a lot at our events, right? We're speaking their language and getting things that they're interested in. So the way that you can do this is by looking at your RSVP results before your event. So for example, let's say I want to take a look at what products I want to feature in this. So I asked in my RSVP survey, what type of Sqweee swag are you most excited to learn about? So I can just go ahead and flip it right away to graph view, and I can see that most people who are going to be attending this party are actually interested in either tech gear or apparel. So now I know the 2 product categories that I want to focus on the most. Maybe I'd like to swap out a video for one that's going to feature more tech gear. So that is a really quick, easy snapshot way to see exactly what the interests are of your audience. Again, you can switch into list view if you wanted to see specifically who is interested in products. Maybe you want to make a wish list for a certain person in advance. You can use this drop down to take a peek at who specifically is going to be interested in those products. So that was quick and easy, right? It took just a couple clicks to come in here and see just what my audience was interested in. So that was number 1 way, first on my list, of how to customize your event using the event info tools. Second, I'm going to focus on customer care because this is an area of our event info page that I am so excited about. I'm going to go back to the guest list. And now I'm going to spend a little bit more time looking at that checklist that I showed you earlier. So we're going to switch to that checklist view, and this is basically a virtual tracker to track your progress on key tasks that consultants follow when they are doing customer care before, during, and after an event. So here I can track things like whether I have reached out to a guest and introduced myself. So that might be your first point of contact. Other things that you're tracking, whether or not they've placed an order, whether you sent a thank you, whether you reached out and asked if they might want to host a party with you, if you sent any prizes that they might have won, and of course, doing additional follow-up after that event is complete. So let me show you how you can use this. So right away, I can do it on a single user basis. So I can just come down here and click on that. It's going to pop up this little card, and it has this one checked for me. That's the one that I clicked on. But I can also do some additional ones while I'm here if I want to, and then I can just click Save Changes. I can also enter in notes. So if I was in a conversation with that person, maybe from my first contact, and she mentioned something that she's looking for, I can put that in here and save that as well. So that's all it takes to do that. I can also do it for multiple guests at once. So let's say I like to do text reminders. And so I have texted everybody, but now I want to make sure that I track that and keep record of the progress I've made. I can select multi-select, and that's going to allow me to do contacted. And then I can select the guests that I want to apply it to. So we're just going to go through and click Save Changes, and we are good to go. So it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, but a fabulous tool for not only keeping track of what you are doing with each guest, but also holding yourself accountable to the actions that we know are successful business building actions. So definitely encourage you guys to use this tool. I think it's an incredible way to work your way through an event. If you lose track of what any of these icons mean, by the way, going back into activity, you can just click here and you'll be able to see our icon key. And you can also expand to see the notes that you have made by clicking on the Notes tab. And then if you wanted to add a new one, you're just going to click here. All right, so that was number 2 way to put these tools to work in your business is in the customer care and follow-up using the checklist tool. I'm going to look at my third scenario today, which is fulfilling prizes. And that is one that I think it's so nice to have a quick snapshot here. So I'm going to go into event results because those prizes were earned during my event. So let's scroll down to the spin to win post, which is where I had those prize giveaways. And of course, if you want to, you can see just how many people won each prize. But in the list view, that's what I'm going to use specifically to fulfill my prizes. So it's prize day. I'm packaging them up. I'm ready to send them out. I need to find out who they need to go to. I can go into list view and I can say, okay, it looks like I need to send out 2 drawstring bags, and this is who they are going to. So that way I have a really quick, nice, easy list to use to make sure that I'm able to fulfill those prizes quickly and easily. So that one was nice and fast. The last thing that I wanted to show you in this quick video today was upselling, which of course we all love to grow those party sales, right? So I'm going to show you, I've talked about this before, what happens when your company releases a new product in an existing product line. That is a great excuse to reach out to your customers and let them know that there's a new product available in a line that they already know and love. So we've been talking about Pip sockets. It's our playful little play on a pop socket featuring Pip, our mascot. So I'm going to use that for my example here. So this search tool is actually going to be applied across all of these tabs, and I'm going to search for socket. So we've come out with a new design. I want to be able to offer it to anyone who liked a Pip socket. So I just typed in socket, and it's going to show me right there in starred products. I'm going to click on it, and now I can expand it. And I've got a quick list of names of people that I can reach out to and let them know that they have a new product available that they're probably going to absolutely adore. So I can also access that, of course, from starred items, but that search tool makes it quick and easy to find it no matter where it is stored in there. So that was my rundown on those ideas for putting these tools to use in your business. As you can see, it is a very full-featured set of tools. We will be releasing some more detailed tutorials to help you walk through those as well. But really, it's something that's so easy to dive in and just play around with. Everyone's going to have their own system, their own way of using this, so we can't wait for you to dig in and just give it a try yourself. All right, thanks, everyone. Enjoy.